So, got a couple days left, but is the team where you'd like it to be given where you are in the preseason?
I think every day we've been getting better. I mean, that's what we look for. Today, I thought we had good energy in practice. It was a little different day than we had yesterday where we had some special teams mixed in. And I thought the players, again, did a good job of coming to work.
You know, we've talked a little bit about your motto of always compete. What does compete mean to you?
It means a lot of things, I guess, but if I can sum it up, you want to try to create a mentality where your players hate to lose more than they like to win. So no matter the situation that you're in, we want you to win puck battles, we want you to win races. Most players are competitive, and if you can become competitive as a team where you're using 5-man units and you're all working together, then you're hard to play against, and that's what we want to become.
How have you felt about the developing chemistry? And obviously you don't have a ton of time,
but most of our guys are younger players, so they know each other. I think they're comfortable around each other, so there isn't an issue with someone maybe feeling I have to get a certain person the puck. So I don't think there's going to be an issue with chemistry. We're going to have different guys in different situations over the next little while, and I think in time we'll find some guys that will work well together, but we're not going to be any sort of rush or panic if that doesn't happen right away.
Do you know, what do you want this team's kind of personality to be beyond that hardworking that we've talked about, but kind of as a unit?
A believer in 6 lines or 4 lines and 6 defensemen, and expecting everybody to play an important part of a game, and that's really what it's going to kind of come down to for us, is where we want to try to outwork teams. We want to be a group of guys that we can wear groups down by the end of the night. Hopefully at that point we can take over and generate some offense that will allow us to win some hockey games. So it's just making sure that everybody believes they're important and they have they're a big part of the puzzle for us to have success here.
Is there anyone who's kind of stood out, exceeded your expectations at all this first bit of practice?
Like I said, I think all the guys have been good. I mean, when you look at how hard they play and their attention to detail, early in the year you typically get that because all the guys are still excited, they're still trying to impress, but I've been happy with all of them. The group's worked hard, from our guys that are still on tryouts to our guys that are just recently sent down. I think it's been a good mix of personalities here, and everybody's come to work.
Coach, you talked about today being a little bit of a different practice with some special teams mixed in. What did you like specifically about what you saw with that work on special teams today?
Well, we moved the puck around a little bit better today than what we did on the weekend, and that's something in time is going to continually get better. This is the first day we've touched on power play in practice, so I think the more that our players have an opportunity to get used to what we're trying to ask them to do, the more comfortable they are with the sets that we're in, then you'll see their confidence grow. So it's just a matter of us trying to build a little bit of that confidence now as we progress towards the weekend.
Anything that stood out in the power play that you think really needs to be worked on still? Is it more just that comfort level?
It's comfort level, but it's, for us, I think, is making sure we're not too pretty. We want to make sure pucks are getting to the net as much as possible, and sometimes players want to make everything look really fancy in order to score goals, when a lot of times the simplest, most effective way to generate offense in the power play is just by getting pucks to the net and outnumbering people down low. So that's probably going to be our challenge early on in the year, is get the guys to simplify it and not have to look to make those pretty plays all the time.
Do you think there's a element of an influence of kind of a sports center, TSN atmosphere that creates those, like, ooh, I want this perfect highlight reel goal here?
No.
Because you see it not just these guys, like across the league.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's younger kids are the same. Everybody always wants to, they like to set people up. They like to make that play that has a wow factor, and that's something that kids have done all the way up. So we would deal with it in junior, they deal with it here, they deal with it in the NHL level. It's just the way it is sometimes.